baby boys are just as fragile as our baby girls. If you are a girl, would you like that to happen to you? I don't think so. You do not want that to happen to you. You should be thankful that you were born a girl. Circumcision is a crime against men. Should be illegal.
Hello, Jayla.
Do not touch your baby's penis. Our genitals should not have scars. Our men should not have to restore their foreskin. They should be able to keep what they were born with. What
Parish
God gave
King.
them.
Greetings, Parish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 of day 2 of the 13-day Great Plains Circumcision Crisis protest. This is Brother K reporting live from Manhattan, Kansas. I'm going to do a brief live here on my personal page, and then I'm going to resume the live on the page Bloodstained Men and Their Friends. So we're bringing you extended live action here today from Manhattan, Kansas. There's Megan Ramey. That's a great shot. There's Will Urkel in the foreground, and there's David and Luke and Catherine in the background. And there's Megan and Sierra over there. So you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we got this corner covered pretty good. Ross, hello. Ashley, hello. Manhattan, Kansas. How did you know? How did you know not to do that, ma'am?
Because God says that that's not something you should do. And it's
awesome. Good work, Dad. Good work, you all. Can you hold the dark side of that card out for us?
Oh, yeah.
We're live on Facebook right now.
Okay.
Awesome. You want to give your first names?
Tony and Alex.
Tony and Alex. Thank you, Tony. And how many sons do you have?
We have
2 boys, both intact.
Yep.
How old are they?
They are 4 and 1.
4 and 1. Well, congratulations. And did you get any feedback? Did people try to talk you out of it?
They did.
A lot of people wanted you to circumcise your son?
Absolutely.
Doctors or nurses, relatives?
Doctors and nurses.
All the above, huh? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So there was Tony and what were their names? But yeah, you saw it live there, ladies and gentlemen. That's great. Karen Waldorf is watching. Hello. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, and when people who have kept their sons intact see Bloodstained Men out here, it reinforces the positivity, the positive aspect of their decision. That's awesome when people just stop by and give us that kind of testimony. That's a good time to actually hand this broadcast over to Will Urkel. Ladies and gentlemen, Will has been co-anchoring these live broadcasts. We're going to miss him. Will's going back to St. Louis tonight. We're going to miss you, Will, but so grateful that you did spend a few days here with us. So Will is going to do the camera work. I'm going to protest while Will does the camera work, and he has been speaking very eloquently and passionately about his own personal experiences about the whole subject. And Will, I will hand it over to you. Take it over. Will Urkel, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, sounds good. All right. Here we are in Manhattan, Kansas. We are protesting at a busy street intersection. There's some nice grassy areas on the side for us to stand. It's all right. We get hecklers against and voices of support and enthusiasm. You get people honking with their thumbs up and people saying, we commend you for being out here. It's certainly a mixed bag, to say the least. That's a thumbs up. Yep, sounds like support. If nothing else, they're enthusiastic because it's exciting. Let's see, I'm going to take a sip of water. Thumbs up. She said it's a human right. I think it's worth considering that while there are areas of the country that have greater rates of circumcision or lesser, there are nonetheless people everywhere. There's another thumbs up right there. Thumbs up. There are people all over the nation where you might have assumptions about a certain demographic of people, and they are not defined by where they are from as to how they stand on this issue. Of course, there's probably probabilities and trends, but I think it's just worth noting that we've been getting support in every single place. Of course, not universally, but there is a lot of people saying, excellent, we agree, we kept our kids whole, etc. So this is going to be my last time holding this camera that Brother K here has entrusted me with. And so I am going to do my best to share helpful information and even some philosophical thinking on the matter. Yeah. See, that guy tried to pollute the intersection. Anyway.
They definitely deserve better than what has happened to our men. Men are just as perfect and fragile as our baby girls. Human rights violations.
All right, a lot of energy here. So on I'm a little bit here by not by expectation on these lives, but I'm happy to rise to the occasion here, and I have spoken about the matter of the facts, the facts of the matter here quite extensively in the last few live streams, but I ended the last one with a conclusion that I want to echo about the nature of this situation and the pain that's felt around this subject, and I would like to suggest to the intactivist community and America as a whole, the earth as a whole, that there is a lot of legitimate pain and cruelty and disfigurement, sexual disability, deaths. Thank you, Mark. And all of that. Trying to zoom in here. All of that is, 100% the reason why we're out here. Yep. Also, how this destroys families. It damages relationships, sometimes quite severely, between child and parent, between siblings potentially, between individuals and their doctors, their society. And it has obviously an impact on individuals and their own relationships or relationship with any potential partner in their life, and yep, it may or may not have an impact on the violence that we experience in the United States. You could maybe draw that same conclusion about the Middle East. There is a lot of psychological effects here to be unpacked, the further down the rabbit hole you go. And yeah, those are the reasons among many reasons that we're out here. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. I mean, think of all that money. It's really unbelievable. It really is unbelievable how much money is going into this, and how much effort it's requiring to take that on. In all honesty, when this is wrapped up, when this is finally in the past, and the world has come to its senses on the matter, we're going to have an extra $3 to $5 billion on our hands. Think of how much we can do with that kind of a money, even for just say we spent $5 billion when this is all over on helping people out that have horrible scars and complications and disabilities. This is a trough of money. It's such easy money. I think we don't want to blame everything on profiteering, but you can't deny that the doctors that are refusing to back down on this subject matter in the United States are more or less, at least the ones that are performing it, they're making a few extra $100 a week, if not $100 a day maybe. That's a car payment on a new Mercedes or what have you. So this is not something that's going to be given up easily. Hello, friends. This is not about health. It's about the money. Yeah. Well, it's about all kinds of things. It's about control. It's about money. It's about, the Victorian era attempt to, mute and control sexuality. It is perceived to be about health by I'd say the vast majority of people have been convinced that it is a health debate. But we have learned better that this has nothing to do with positive health outcomes for boys and men. It's quite the scam. I mean, you could argue it's the greatest scam in medical history. It's really profound, the scale of what they've been doing in this country for the last 100 years and elsewhere around the world. Where was I going with this, though? So there's all of these reasons, and hello, and thank you to everyone that's commented and said hello. There's all of these reasons that we have chosen to take a stand on this issue, and I am hopeful that all of the intactivists out there that are on the sidelines will also find the energy and the courage and conviction to stand up as well, because it's just not going to go away until there's thousands and thousands of people on the street like this. There's other ways to do it. You can do art. You can make film. You can write books. You can do science, philosophy, etc. But ultimately, until people push back, it's just going to drag on. Millions of people. Yeah, there really ought to be millions of people united on this matter. But whatever the number is, you know, you got to start somewhere. And I think I'd say there's, you know, tens of thousands of activists at least, you know, that have taken some effort in their life to try to bring this issue forward. But, you know, what if there were 300 people out here with us on this corner today? It would be well on its way out the door. MGM cuts a birth defect into infant males. Boys are not born defective. Absolutely. I mean, foreskin is not a birth defect, but it's almost like circumcision is a birth defect of the, you know, industrial birth machine, which is pushing this on to the American public. Which reminds me of another aspect of all this, and kind of what I was hoping to get around to in the beginning. Julie, we wish you were here as well. There's always more opportunities, and you know, we can all come up with our own ways to organize and put little events together. Thank you for expressing that. Michelle, thank you for expressing that. Hopefully you guys can join another one. I'm only here for 2 days myself. I think if people can jump in even for a day or 2 days, that, you know, when the Bloodstained Men make it near your hometown, it's those extra people that come out that turn it from a 5-person event to a 10 to 15-person event, and it makes a huge difference in the presence of the street corner. Okay, but to wrap it up, I just want to conclude by saying that this whole phenomenon has been pushed on unknowing American people and parents, and they were not given informed consent. Babies cannot give informed consent. The doctors have really twisted everybody's arm into accepting this practice. So once American parents get the facts, I believe that this thing is going to largely start to go away.
Doctors are guilty.
Yeah.
The medical profession is guilty. Period.
Couldn't agree. I agree completely. This is a medical fraud. This is a complete omission of facts. There is 100 lawsuits waiting to be brought forward on this issue.
We will talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Will Urker has been co-anchoring this live broadcast with me. This is Will Urker from St. Louis. Will is going to be with me co-anchoring. We're going to sign off of this live broadcast, and Will, we're going to go over to the page Bloodstained Men and their friends on Facebook, and we're going to do another live broadcast.
Okay, great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over. I'm going to sign off here. We're going to go over to Bloodstained Men and their friends. So, if you, most of you know that page. If you don't know it, you can find it. Bloodstained Men and their friends. We're going to be. It's going to take us a few minutes to sign off here. Make sure that this live broadcast is saved, and we'll be back. We'll be back. This is day 2, part 2, Manhattan, Kansas. Bloodstained Men and their friends. And I will see you in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen, on the page Bloodstained Men and their friends with more live action here from Manhattan, Kansas.
Awesome.
Michelle, thank you.